Have you ever felt like you don't belong anywhere? Like no one truly understands you? Maybe you've even asked yourself, why do I always end up alone? If this sounds familiar, don't ignore it, because what feels like loneliness might actually be the most powerful transformation of your life. Being alone is not a curse, it's not a punishment, it's a calling, a sign that you are meant for something deeper, something greater. The moment you embrace solitude, your life will never be the same again. 1. Solitude strips away the noise. The world is full of distractions, social media, endless conversations, opinions from people who barely know you. When you're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to lose yourself. Their expectations become your expectations. Their fears become your fears. And without even realizing it, you start living a life that isn't even yours. But the moment you choose to be alone, everything changes. You start hearing your own thoughts, your own desires, your own truth. Silence becomes your teacher. It reveals what you truly want, not what the world wants for you. 2. The pain of loneliness is a test of strength. At first, being alone might feel uncomfortable. The silence can be deafening. The lack of validation can make you doubt yourself. But that's because solitude forces you to confront your own demons, the insecurities, the regrets, the past wounds you've been running from. Most people avoid this stage. They rush back into distractions, into relationships that don't serve them, just to escape the discomfort. But those who choose to stay, those who sit with their loneliness and embrace it, those are the ones who emerge stronger than ever. Because solitude is not suffering, it's purification. It's the fire that burns away everything that no longer serves you. 3. Being alone forces you to rely on yourself. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to depend on them, emotionally, mentally, even financially. But when you're alone, there's no one to save you, no one to distract you, no one to blame. And that's when you discover your true power. You realize that you are enough. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. You don't need someone to complete you, because you are already whole. This is why the most successful, wise, and spiritually awakened people have spent time alone. Buddha, Jesus, Nietzsche, even modern-day thinkers, they all understood the power of solitude. They withdrew from society not because they hated people, but because they knew that true wisdom is found in isolation. 4. Solitude helps you attract the right people. Here's the paradox. When you stop seeking people, the right ones start seeking you. The moment you become comfortable being alone, your energy changes. You stop chasing. You stop begging for attention. You stop needing validation, and that makes you magnetic. People can sense when someone is truly independent, someone who doesn't need them, but chooses to be with them. That's rare, and that's powerful. Instead of settling for toxic relationships just to avoid loneliness, you'll start attracting those who genuinely align with your soul. People who respect you, people who inspire you, people who match your energy. 5. Being alone leads to unstoppable focus. Think about the greatest minds in history: Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci. What did they all have in common? They spent a lot of time alone. Why? Because when you remove distractions, your mind unlocks its full potential. You start thinking deeply. You start creating. You start seeing opportunities that others miss. Most people never achieve their dreams because they're too distracted. They fill their time with meaningless social interactions, pointless drama, and constant entertainment. But when you're alone, you have no choice but to focus on what truly matters: your goals, your passions, your purpose. And that's when your life transforms. 6. Solitude prepares you for greatness. Look at history. Every person who achieved something extraordinary had a period of isolation. Every warrior had to train alone before stepping onto the battlefield. Every leader had to struggle in solitude before leading a nation. Every artist had to suffer in silence before creating a masterpiece. This is your time. If life is pulling you away from people, if you feel like you're walking this path alone, don't resist it. Embrace it. Because solitude is not punishment. It's preparation. It means you're about to level up. It means something greater is coming your way. The choice is yours. You can see solitude as loneliness and fight against it. Or you can see it as the greatest opportunity of your life, because the truth is, you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to rise. But before you can lead others, you must first lead yourself. And if you're ready to transform your life, don't forget to like and subscribe.